Hello, Lighthouse Church. My name is Caitlin Bays, and I have been a member of the church for the past 2 years. I'm a member of the Infuse Light group as well, and I've completed the Spirit Life Foundation course earlier this year, and that was incredible. I was really honoured when I was asked to share a reflection with the church, and I really pray that this is an encouragement to you during this time. For those of you who know me, I rarely stop and pause. I am constantly on the go and enjoy being busy. So when I was furloughed earlier this year in April, I found that extremely challenging. I'm sure, like many of you, at first I was really happy to not be commuting every day, and it was nice to have more time to catch up with friends and family via Zoom or FaceTime. However, I quickly struggled with the feeling of having no purpose. I never realised how much I prioritised my work before and how much I filled up my week with activities. And I also realised how little rest I gave myself and how much I prioritised doing other things over spending time with God. These realisations would probably have only come to me because of this global pause, causing us to stop our normal day-to-day lives. I can honestly say God has made it very clear that during this time of furlough, He has wanted me to rest. He wants to spend time with me, just me being in His presence, and I felt it has brought a new closeness to my relationship with God. I also enjoy just giving Him the time, the space that He deserves, and I felt a real growth in my relationship with Him. Now I've noticed that I also feel less guilty about resting and taking time for myself, and I'm amazed at how much my body was needing it. I was running on empty, and I was generally exhausted. In Matthew 11, verse 28, Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." This season of lockdown from COVID-19 has come with so many challenges, and everyone's experiences will be different. But Jesus wants each and every one of us to give those challenges to Him and to find rest in Him. I saw this Facebook post that was sent around at the start of lockdown, and it said, "We're all rushing to get back to our normal, but let's decide what part of our normal is worth rushing back for." I feel during this time God has asked me to reevaluate how I used to live my life. I'm aware that if I go back to how I was, I will miss out on what God's doing, and I will also most likely make myself unwell. God has shown me that fruit bears from when I rest and spend time in His presence. So this is my first challenge for you today. Take time with the Lord to go through how your day was pre-COVID-19, and then think about what you have cherished or learned during this time of lockdown, and ask Him what aspects of your day should you be rushing back to. Psalm 23 says, "The Lord's my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in green meadows, and He leads me beside the peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honour to His name. Even when I walk through the dark valley of death, I will not be afraid, for You are close beside me." Right now, life is very confusing. It's full of uncertainties, and for some it is also very painful. This psalm is my comfort and allows me to remember who our God is. He is our shepherd, leading us to safer places, providing us with what we need. He is peace-giving, comforting, protecting, and He renews our strength. Verse 3 of Psalm 23 highlights that God is leading us along the right paths that will bring honour to His name. This has been a challenge in some ways for me. It's been hard to see where the right paths are during this pandemic. However, looking back, I can see how fruitful my lockdown has been. I have been given the time I needed to invest in my future career. I've completed so many useful online courses to help me get into the voluntary sector, and I wouldn't have had time for this before. I've also had time to volunteer in the community and helping support people who are isolating, and this has given me a real purpose, and it's made me feel I've got that purpose during lockdown. God was able to use me in ways, in new ways, and I know that He wants to continue this in me. I have been so amazed with the testimonies that people have shared about what God is doing and how He is working during this global pause. It is incredible how the church has adapted to online world, running conferences online and Alpha online, and it's amazing to see God moving through this. COVID-19 has caused us to change and adapt, and it has ignited a new way of thinking and a new way of living. I was watching a nature documentary about forests, and it said that while forest fires are devastating, they are necessary, because once the fire has passed, the soil is revitalized with new nutrients, and the sunlight reaches more of the forest floor, and this causes new life to flourish. This pandemic certainly has been destructive. However, I do believe we are seeing new life and new beginnings from it. Our planet is healing, people are reaching out to help others in new ways, and we have a new respect and outlook on what is important in this world. God has a purpose and a plan for each of us, and if we lean on Him and listen to His call, we will be guided on those right paths that bring honour to His name. So if you've experienced unwanted change, tough challenges, and are struggling to see where God is moving in this, take encouragement that He walks beside us when we face our darkest days, and He keeps us on His path which leads to blessings and His glory being revealed. Let's start looking to see where He is moving and what He may be starting from this pandemic. What areas of new life are you seeing, and are there any new beginnings happening in your life? Have you learned anything that is worth remembering, and is God asking you to stop and pause because He too wants you to flourish in new ways? My challenge for you is to take some time to be in God's presence, to go through your day pre-COVID-19 and ask Him what He wants you to continue with and what He might want you to step down from. And to also ask God, what new beginnings does He want you to start or get involved with as we move out of this lockdown phase? It would be a shame to miss out. Take care, Lighthouse Church.